What should I be afraid of? If it's all just a construct, why is it that I fear loss? If every single object that holds a physical form will disintegrate and die in time, material lies of speaking only to the eyes. What are we trying to find, and where are we trying to drive? I heard him say if death's the final part of life, then surely that's when we arrive. Why should I be afraid? Why should I run in this race? Why should I count my life in days? It's just a ball that circulates, creates confusion, fear, and plays a vital part in the game that we all seem to make an effort to play and participate in. Live by clocks that we be hating. They tell us that we're aging, maybe we're just getting ripe, and that's the sweetest part of life. Instead we try to change it, needles, filters on our faces, work so hard to stay a seed, and so the surface we ain't breaking. What's up YouTube? I hope you can hear me over this water. I stayed at Jane's last night. We've been working on some creative projects together, so I'm just picking her up some water. This is how we got to get it. Well, actually, there's a place that you get these bottles from. You just go take your old bottle and then pay for a new bottle. But there's also these water things, and it's like £1 per litre. You can fill up, and it's just right by the shop that I need to go to. So grabbing her some water quick, and then I'm going to go to the garden. I was just laying in bed. I was going to have a lie-in this morning because I got school at 10, and because I was at Jane's, but I just woke up and instantly my mind just went to the garden, and like I just had to get up and go. And it's funny because there's not been anything that I've ever wanted to just get out of bed like that for. Do you know what I mean? Like 6:30, just actually really wanting to get out of bed. Not that that's anything, not that that's really early or anything, but I just wanted to go there, like. And so I don't know, it's just interesting to feel what real passion feels like when you want to get out of bed to go do something. And for me, that it's just cleaning the nature, tending the nature, so it feels amazing to feel passionate, real passionate about it. So I've picked up this lizard because, to be honest, on the floor, like, it's really sad. It's nature, it's just how it works. But ants were trying to eat him, and they started off by really, I guess, trying to get into the eyes, and he's just lying there, you know, kind of like every now and then moving his head with his eyes shut. And the ants, yeah, they're just trying to get in there. And like I said, it's just nature, but it's kind of sad, you know. And I don't know whether he's just going to die. I don't know whether it's old age, whether he's injured. But I just can't help but kind of like want to try save him. I don't know if I can. I don't know really what to do. I tried to see if put a bit of water on his lips, see if he needed some of that. But I might just see if I can sort of... More ants. Oh, bloody hell, those things. Maybe he just needs a bit of sunlight to get some energy. So there's no ants on this leaf carriage at the moment. I'll put him on here in a little bit of sunlight. I'll keep check on him. I'll try and tell him sort of telepathically, or just try and connect with him and tell him that I'm trying to keep him safe. I don't know whether I'll be able to actually get through, but I'll try and send those messages through, so I'll just take a moment to do that before I get to work. Check out the beauty of a disintegrating leaf. It's actually like a skeleton or something. How you doing, buddy? You got a bit more movement now. He's definitely moving a little bit better, look. Look at that. Kid. Maybe he just needed a bit of sunlight. We'll let him keep warming up there. Wow, made by Tony. I don't know what's in that one, but that is good. Oh, that's amazing, that one. The sun is definitely warming him up. I've given him some water, but I don't think he really needs it. But check this out. I think he's got a lot more movement than he did before. You see? He's moving his head around. I've just seen a hole in the ground. Something in there. I don't want to disturb his home, but I'm going to. It looks dead anyway, so find a little stick. This should it do? Yeah, whatever's in there is definitely no longer alive. And I have no idea what this is, but it was a pretty big bug. Or perhaps it was like the cocoon. I'm not entirely sure what that is. But very interesting. Many interesting things. Check out this bird. So Tony mentioned there was a bird that he used to see a lot, and then it disappeared, and now this one started to show up, and I've been here for the last, doing this for the last few days or whatever, and this bird does come. It's the same one, and look, he's getting more confident. It's close, and I think what he's doing is like he kind of like seeing where I am, where I'm raking, because as I rake the leaves, obviously I clear space for bugs to come up. Look how he's really close. Cute. Oh, he needs more sunlight. But here's the funny thing. The bird has been observing me all this time. He has, I know he has. Or she. Been observing me all this time. Seeing what I'm doing, and yeah, and he knows what I'm doing. I've seen him as well, but like the cool thing is like we've both seen each other, we've both watched each other and what each other does, and then now we're living alongside each other, which is just really cool, because we can live alongside nature if we observe nature. If we look at how it works, we can learn to live next to it and not on top of it. But nature feeds us, we nurture the earth nurtures us, we clean the earth, the earth cleans us, and it's just like this big cycle that, if we understood more, if we observed more, if we observe everything, we learn. And I don't think there's any better way to learn than like just being and observing. Anyway, I'm rambling, but it's just a cool little thing. Let's give the lizard some more sunlight. Come on, let's get you into the sun. There's a nice sunny patch. So I will take him home because there will be lots of sun on the balcony, and I'll just want to know how he's doing. So yeah, I'm gonna go home in about 20 minutes for school. Now, I was recording a second ago, but I wasn't actually recording. I thought I was. His mouth was just open, so I think that's a good sign. Don't know why. Let's see. Does he want some water? Nope. Never mind. Anyway, let's take him home. Come on, little lizard. Let's take you back. Let's get you fixed up. Now the ants are all trying to eat me, lizard. Ant's biting me. Get off his tail. If I didn't bring Jane's bike, I would have nowhere to put him, because the bike that I'm using doesn't have a basket. I'm really thinking it was destiny. I was meant to meet this lizard. Where did I put the key? Whew. Look at him. He's slowly changing colour in the sun. His head's going blue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Gonna give him some water. They absorb it through their skin, so his mouth's open again. See if we can rehydrate him in case he's dehydrated. That looks normal now, like look, he's got his mouth open. So during school I was pretty distracted because the lizard that I rescued, or I tried to rescue, slowly died, which is really, really sad. So here he is. His head went really, really blue, and I thought he was doing well, but he actually died, and I tried my best to save him. Gave him water, gave him sunlight, like I did my best, but he passed away. I felt sad to see that he was dead, and it's kind of like it's a guaranteed thing in life that we're gonna die, and it was just interesting to witness because, yeah, just seeing his head like kind of slowly go down. You know, initially I could see him sort of like his head perking around and looking around, and I thought he was coming back to life, and I was really, really happy about that. I was in the class and looking over and just being like, fuck, like he's dead. Where is he? You know, that life that had his head up, even though I guess he was slowly dying, that life that had his head up, that had his body functioning, is now gone. And like where is that gone, and who was he, and who was his soul, who was his spirit? You know, what was that? This body isn't who he was. Do you know what I mean? Like, this body is just the body now, because whoever he is, his essence has gone, and now it's just a stiff body that, you know, will decompose and get passed on to something else, and become something else in this world. But his essence, what made him who he is, has gone somewhere else, and I don't know where, and it's just an interesting thing, you know. His soul coming into his lizard body and having the experiences it had from, you know, hatching from an egg, from breaking free from that egg, and then, or he or she, could be a girl, I don't know, breaking free from that egg, and then, like, you know, learning to hunt and learning to hide, and everything that he went through. And like, I don't want to say we had a connection, but like we experienced each other. I wiped ants off his face, and you know, I tried my best, gave him sunlight, gave him water. I don't know if that's what he needed, but well, obviously not, because he died anyway. But you know, we kind of had some moments together at the end of his life, and so like, does his soul go on and like remember that? Were we meant to cross paths? I'll always remember him or her. But yeah, who was he, and why was he here, and why did we cross paths? It's just, death is part of life. Yeah, whatever that is that's inside of you that keeps you alive, like that is key, I guess, because without that your body wouldn't even function. Your heart doesn't beat without that. When that goes, that's when your body stops. And so keeping your spirit alive, feeding your spirit, feeding your soul, feeding whatever that essence is that sits inside of you, I think is so essential. That doesn't mean I know all about why people die, but you know, it's kind of seems like a simple thing, right? You know, if that's what keeps your body pumping. And I guess there's also keeping the body functioning. You know, there must be a relationship with feeding your soul, but also recognizing that your body is what takes you through the material plane. Like, you know, it is your vessel, and so you must look after that too, nurturing it in the best way possible. You know, there's simple things that the body does. It moves, we need water, we need food, and the body is really quite simple what it needs, but at the same time, the way the body works is incredibly complex. You know, we need the basics, we need the earth, we need the mother, we need the 4 elements, but what the body does with those elements is very, very, very complex. But anyway, a lot of pondering from this lizard passing. Now he's just a body, and his soul has gone on. And who knows if we knew each other? Who knows if we'll know each other again? Who was he for me, and who was I for him? I'm at Jane's still. I'm going to go back to the garden to do some more gardening soon, but first we're going to pass on the body of the lizard. But bugs. Yeah, initially I thought about burying him next to one of the mango trees so that his body could break down and feed the mango trees, but then I had the idea of composting him, because if I compost him, then the compost will feed the plants that we're going to grow, and then I'll eat the plants and he'll become part of us. So that's what I'm going to do. At first I thought it was quite mean to put him in the compost bin, you know, but at the same time, you know, his soul, his spirit is gone, and now all that's left is matter. And one of my favourite things to say is matter doesn't matter, because, you know, without spirit, you know, it's empty, isn't it? And so it might seem mean to just even throw it to the side, but you know, there is no substance really here anymore. Any substance will go to another, you know, life source on this earth. It will just be transferred. The energy will just be transferred that's left in this body. Let him become part of us. So that's what's going to happen now. Bugs. Today I was raking leaves on this path, so I cleared a big chunk of that. I've already cleared some down there as well. I'm going to be working my way through this. How beautiful is it? Look at the green. Look at the green, it's so lovely. So this bit's being cut out too, yeah? It's all going to be the same level?
Where the step is?
Yeah?
No, that step he wants to keep there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he wants to have like a little island in the middle.
Oh, I see.
The hook for fishing.
The hook for fishing?
Yeah. You know, even you have very small rope.
Yeah.
Put on the knot, and then they follow you everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Without noise. Just walk, follow you quiet. Yeah.
Look at this snail. It's crazy. We're in the veggie garden.
Absolute what?
Ness.
Absoluteness. Okay.
Is this all galangal?
Must be.
That's literally the same plant, isn't it? I just come here and I just help out because it's a beautiful place to be and I love doing it. It's good energy, so I come and I sweep the leaves. For some reason I feel very passionate about it. Yeah, and I learn a lot about nature. So yeah. Look at this.
What?
Okay, here's this. These things look like friggin' ears. These seeds. They literally look like ears.
Oh yeah.
This
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like the
they do.
earlobe, look, and the seeds
Oh my
like
God,
here.
that's nuts, because on like Thai imagery of like Buddhas and stuff, the ears really do look like that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Maybe this like seed in here is really good for your like ears.
Hearing.
Never opened one of these before, sorry.
What does it smell like?
Looks like a mini ear.
Oh my gosh, it does too.
Interesting. Shall I eat it and see?
Yeah, go. Is it tasty?
It's quite dry, it's kind of airy. Don't know really how to explain what it tastes like. My mouth's quite dry because it's hot and I need a drink. So we've ended up in a bit of a situation. I was just at Tony's and Den's with Jane, and basically we were going to go back. We were going to go back tonight, and so I left my bike there. And then I decided actually I want to get onto some editing. I've got a lot of footage that I want to get through, so I'm not going to go. And I forgot that my bike was there, but we're not going to go get my bike because it means that Jane has to drive there as well and get the bike to then drive me back. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just stay at yours again. But I have seedlings. I have babies. I have to go back and feed them, water them. Otherwise, we're going to get back. And one of the goals is to grow a veggie garden. I'm going to get back and they're all going to be dead. I hope they're okay right now because it's been hot. Let's go. So I'm back. I fed my seeds. They were a little bit sad, but I think they'll be okay. I just took them out of like direct sunlight. So these are the seedlings that I've been growing here. This is cucumber. This is dill. Coming up nicely. Here we have basil. These two are watermelon ones. Waiting on those. I'm surprised they haven't sprouted already. Oh, and here we go. We have it. Our first coriander sprout there. Tomatoes. The first tomato sprouts. One here and one here. Haven't had any luck with these tomato seeds. I've got some of these at mine too. Got some more herbs here. This is mint and chili. Some chili sprouts here. 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 They're really starting to pop up all over. These took a long time. I was like, I was on the edge of cancelling and throwing some new seeds in there. This side is mint, but this isn't coming up yet. But now that I've seen these ones come up after like 3 weeks, I still have faith in the mint, because mint, I know I've heard, can take a little bit of time anyway. So we have got some stuff coming through. I'm sad because I did plant all these. I'm happy I still get to see them, but so that's that really. You don't understand how, oh my god, you could sleep here. Oh my god. Actually, 1 foot out is really nice as well, and you can kind of like sway it. Anyway, like I said, you find all sorts in here. Look at that.